All right, everybody. Hope you're having a great day. Got the Artisan Cutlery Hyperion. Uh, and I just really like the look of this. When I first saw it coming out on Instagram months and months ago, I really thought this would be great to have. This is one of their newer designs for 2019 that I really was attracted to. Artisan Cutlery back here. Obviously, it's like a bolster lock. It's got carbon fiber on both sides. If it didn't, this would be a non-starter for me. But designed by D Rocket. So there you go. Couldn't find a lot of information on him or any really. So there you go. Can't give you much bio background on that, but I like the design. It's like a big Barlow knife, and it's a flipper. And here it is, and it drops down. This is centered. I got no blade play, lock, rock, any of that kind of stuff. It's a big knife. It's a big knife, and I don't know if they have plans to make this in a smaller size. That would be interesting. I have seen that, I mean, this is just a tad over 200 bucks. So if you can get it through Justin at White Mountain Knives at 208 minus, 10%. So you could get it in the 180 something range. Yeah, that'd be a great deal. I've seen Smoky Mountain Knife Works had, I think just a D2 blade. This is S35, not titanium, but they were doing them in brass and copper for like 59 bucks, something like that. So you could check that out because Smoky Mountain does a lot of stuff with Artisan as far as the brass and copper scale models of various, like the Tomahawk and some others. So there you go. But this is a 9-inch banger, and it comes in, an outer box like this, and then inner tin box like that, and then you've got a zipper pouch, and then inside of it you got a microfiber cloth and some paperwork, that kind of thing. So I like it. Nice zipper pouch, nice quality, and of course in the inner sanctum of metal, and then an outer box. So it's all very structural. And this doesn't seem, I know this is a big knife, so I know that may lose its appeal to some people. But it's really not that fat, and it feels fairly light. Throw it up with the Spyderco Paramilitary 2, and it's bigger. It's bigger. I'm not sure it's a lot heavier, though. And we'll measure it here in a minute. Here's your bug out. Okay, it's a lot bigger than the bug out. So let's put it on the scales. I think that's interesting in itself. The design flow's nice. I mean, it is one of those. Let me see how blade usage. It's reasonable. Maybe could have added a 1/16 or so to it, but it's pretty reasonable. And you got these fullers along here. I haven't really tried to use that. They're so close to the scale to try and, okay, yeah, I can do it. And also, by the way, the detent's not that incredibly strong. So, okay, yeah, it's an ounce heavier than the Paramilitary 2. That's 3.8, so this is like 1.2 ounces. But this is under 5. For a 9-inch knife, that's... Oh, sorry. By the way, grams, 140 grams. So that's your 5 ounces and 140 grams. And there you go. There's your lockup. That's 35%. So the carbon fiber's nice. And I like the fact that they did that front to back. I mean, we'll take this apart, take a look inside. It's supposed to have ceramic bearings, so we'll see that. See that drop like that? And I'm just letting that flipper tab hit me on the thumb because, this is fidget friendly. You're already over the detent ball. And it just drops on its own. Look at, I've never had it apart yet. And that's it. I mean, that's pretty nice. And it's contoured carbon fiber. And pocket clip looks like, well, it must be screwed in from the inside. And you've got these socket head, like machined looking screws. And of course the Artisan logo on the front. Jimping on the flipper tab here. It's canted forward and it's not real fat front to back. And it's not overly tall. Push button, not a problem. Detent, not very much. 3.5 on my detent scale. That's pretty weak. Now, that's another opening technique right there. And it does allow you, if your fingers are not too fat, to just kick it open with, with that fuller like that. So flipper tab, middle finger flick, however you want to do that, just rolls right open. Unfortunately, it just rolls right open. So if you like a more solid detent, this particular unit isn't that. I reviewed a lot of knives. My knife was either strong on detent or weak, and I've had others go, oh, mine was the opposite. So not saying the detent on yours is going to be the same. Just saying this is how mine is. Because, wow, I mean, just even start giving you guys the impression of a detent, and then it'll turn around and other people will get a different detent on their knives. So just make mental note of that. But yeah, the design flow's good. You see the back of the blade here. That's not the best. But the nice bolster, and you can get this in a different color. I got blue. You can get green. I don't know if you can get it in that purple that they do all the time. Obviously silver, and I don't know about a gold color or, bronze. So you'll have to look. I know green, blue, and silver for sure. So, and if you get silver, I guess you could strip it and anodize it any color you want. So there you go. And you never put a tape on it yet, and we'll do that and figure out. I don't think that blade is exactly 4mm. There you go, 4-inch, at least 100mm, 103 millimeters, 9 inches overall, 23 centimeters. And let's check that blade stock. I backed the camera up a little bit because I wanted to get the damn thing in the picture. Yeah, 0.129, a little over an eighth. So yeah, 3.3 millimeters. So yeah, and I think that's appropriate too for this knife. 11.63. So it's a 0.45. It's basically the same width as a paramilitary tooth. There's not a lot of thickness here. The ergos, well, they're easy because this is pretty much just a straight handle. So you can kind of settle in wherever you want. This is not a hot spot here. I'm not sure. I have carried this, oh God, at least a half a dozen times or more. And I have not noticed that it was a problem on my pockets, although I'm not sure I have any jeans with a lip on the pocket left. Okay, they're all pretty ragged out. So there you go. And you got a little lanyard pin here, which will be fun in reassembling if that lanyard pin likes to fall out, or you have to line that up as well when you put it back together. So that'll be lovely. Balance point, balance point, balance point. That's way back here. So yeah, you get some weight back here, but you ain't got a lot of weight on that blade. Oh, by the way, come here, buddy. Okay. Yeah, and I've been using this for weeks. I'm kind of surprised it's still cutting this good, but it is. So yeah, okay. I haven't done anything to touch the blade up yet on my strop or anything. Of course, I want to use my LTK custom strop, but I've got one that's got diamond in it. And when you got super steels like this S35, that's where you want to go with that. What else does it say on here? Oh, the number 1834G. So that's this model number, obviously. This pass-through is, you can see a machined area here. So, and it's slightly raised, or it looks to be. And so it is not difficult to disengage. The lock bar isn't real stiff. It's pretty pliable. So that drops really good. This is great fidget-friendly knife. It's really interesting because it's so traditional looking, I think. Let me roll around to the back spacer again. Kind of got a little landing zone here for your finger when you flip it. So yeah, it's comfortable in the hand. Let me see reverse grip. Oh man, it's a big old handle, isn't it? Yeah, I mean, that's solid. I just like the design. I think this is one of my favorite artisan knives. If you're not into traditional looking designs, then this may not appeal to you, but that is a really cool, is that a clip point? I mean, yeah. So yes, really interesting. Remember the case Coke bottle design handle kind of thing? So kind of brings up some stuff from other, traditionals. And you got a choil right in here. It doesn't look like a hollow grind. I think it's a flat grind. And I didn't mention this before, but obviously there's no left hand. So it's right hand tip up, only carry. Fit and finish is good though. Fit and finish is nice. It was sharp out of the box. It's still pretty doggone sharp. So blade thickness, not that much, and should be good for piercing and slicing. I just like it. I'm trying to find a reason not to be carrying this almost all the time. It's lightweight enough. It's pretty it's pretty efficient with real estate in your pocket here. I mean, you're not putting a lot here. There's not a lot of real estate thickness wise or top to bottom here. So you're in good shape. I'll throw this at you if you want. But yeah, I mean, I really do like it. I think it's one of the better things they've done. Okay, about 30 millimeters, 1.17. I mean, the PM2 is almost 1.6 front to back at the highest point. So this is less front to back real estate than a Paramilitary 2. And thickness here is the same, if not just a skosh thinner. So yeah, it's an 1.2, 1.3 ounces heavier than that, but still at or below 5 ounces. Okay, we got our dirt rag down. Here we go, dirt rag time. And, well, I ain't taking this out. And I don't know which one is the actual screw and which one's the pivot, or if they both unscrew. But this is the way I'm going to go with this. And yes, this is the actual screw, pivot screw. So we're good there. Is that going to be number 8? Oh, thank you. Thank you so much. Appreciate that. I'm not sure that scale screw is going to be a number 8, but at least we got that back there. So those are different size. I think we're at a number 6 here. You know what? Wow. Okay. So I didn't need to take the scale off. You can see underneath there's, and that's got to be a number 6. Yeah, it's a number 6. And this is a number 6. So I imagine you can just unscrew those two and take the scale off. And if you wanted to anodize or pimp or do some stuff, then there you are. Of course, you got stainless steel washer, and then you got the hardened steel insert with ceramic detamp ball over travel stop right up here, all built in. So this thing just front and back screw, and that's it. There's your ceramic bearings here and here. That's not a D-shaped pivot, by the way. And this thing can turn. And let me see if it can turn. Is there any? No, there's nothing here. So this logo will be whatever it'll be. It'll be all it can be. Okay, there we go. And crap. You know what? I'm not sure if I really need to do much here. Come here. Get out of my way. If I'm going to put a measly little drop there and there. Let's put it right here. So we're kind of building it from the presentation side. Throw this in here. And like I said, maybe a drop on either side. And then maybe whatever's left over on my little oiler there, just into that detent hole and track. And then I already got my blade stop kind of stuck on this side, so to hell with it, just leave it alone and pop it back together. This is so incredibly easy to disassemble. It's almost as good as field strip technology. And then, so you can get a number 8 and take it apart. You're just not going to be able to remove the scales or pocket clip with a number 8. You're going to need number 6 for that. But other than that, to hell with it. And where are we? And I'd say we're close to centered. And where we got any plate? Nope. How's the action, Jackson? Man, that's really good. Wipe this damn blade. The blade's pretty glossy. Almost like semi-mirror. But that's D-Rop. In fact, I wonder if I can slow it down a little bit. I don't want to get too primitive on it. Then I'm going to mess with the ano here. And more lube or oil I start slathering on there. Okay, that slowed it down, didn't it? Okay. Not so guillotine-ish. So yeah, that's maybe better. Yeah. So I guess we're at the end of our road, boys. This is the titanium one with S35VN. Obviously, there's variant models out there with D2 blades and either brass or copper. So take a look at that as well, depending on your budget. Hey, you could be at the $60 mark and have something like this, okay? Same dimensions and everything. It's going to be heavier, right? If you get copper, man, that weighs some stuff. But this one, light and lively, love it. I really do. Wow. I'm glad I got my hands on this one. This one's really a keeper. I really like it. It's good looking. And this and my proponents and my Archeo from Dylan Mallory design. So these are, you know, and I don't have my Archeo out here right now, but those three, I really like the proponent series. There's the mini. They got the full size. They got them in G10. They're beasts. They're a Pinkerton design. Rocket? Don't know who he is particularly. And then Mallory, of course, I've met Dylan Mallory and the Archeo. So those are three from Artisan I really, really like and are keepers for me. Take care, my friends. Thank you so much. You know we do. We love them knives. You guys stay sharp.